data layers, and tutorials. They will access real-world examples and data from explorers to see how GIS and the geographic approach addresses challenges around the world. I believe, and I know many of you agree, that applying geographic perspectives and harnessing technology to understand the world is essential for helping young people to reach goals, develop empathy, and think critically and creatively to solve the world's most pressing problems. I invite each of you to help us put geographic tools into the hands of educators and students by leveraging and promoting these resources in your own programs, communities, and classrooms. Together, we can make a real impact and help inspire the explorer in everyone. And now I am pleased to introduce Gavin Sutherland, Liam Moen, and Cadence Cavello, rising sixth graders from Folks Ranch Elementary School, who will be providing a demo of the new map maker. Please join me and welcome them to the stage.
Hi, I'm Liam, and a few months ago, when our teacher asked us to test National Geographic Mapmaker, I liked being able to explore. It's like a Thomas Guide for the 21st century, but this one is digital. It opens to the default National Geographic base map, which gives a good view of the world down into the community. We can move around and zoom, and you might want to look in advance at a place you'll visit. But let's get to San Francisco faster with a search and find a particular block I heard about. I hear this is a really steep street. Let's use the measure tool. In meters or imperial for feet, 500 feet. But if we use the elevation tool, looks like in the last half a block, it drops 20 meters over 60 feet and 220 feet. Let's see what this looks like in 3D. It shows the same area when you switch 2D to 3D. When I measure in 3D, you can see the change of this triangle. Let's rotate a bit. And over here is Lombard Street. If we use a different base map, it's cool because you can see what it's like someplace without actually having to be there. Places like the White House. Let's close this pop-up and move things to get a better view of the place. I'm going to finish by returning to where we are now. No. I did. What I like best working with the map maker is that it was a lot of fun in general. Thank you, and I'm going to hand it off to Cadence.
Hi, my name's Cadence, and I liked exploring this ethnicity map. I'm going to open the info tool to show the information about this map, which is how people reported their ethnicity on the census. I like this map because it has multiple levels of information depending on the zoom. Here you can see one layer of data in the map with different colors showing the different groups of people by race and ethnicity. But this base map is too dark, so I'm going to switch to the light gray base map, which makes the colors brighter. Now I want to see what things are like in the community around our schools, so I'm going to search for Folks Ranch Elementary. I want to add a dot so we can always see our school, even if we move the map or search for something else. So I'm going to use the sketch tool, a large pin, pick a color, and place it. Let's zoom out a little to see if the community is different. And click to see who is here. This pop-up shows the size of each group in the specific area using a pie chart. Or you can scroll down to see the actual numbers. Or you can switch to a bar chart and see the same numbers here. We can see at different levels that we have lots of people from different backgrounds. Let's look at the county level. At each level, these colors sometimes have different shades showing the difference between the biggest and next biggest groups. Intense color means that one group is the biggest by far, like in Montana. And softer color means the biggest groups have numbers really close together. What I like best working with this map is that I could see how everybody is different around me and others. Now I'm going to hand it over to Gavin. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Gavin, and I liked exploring the historic hurricanes map. And in this info, I learned about the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. And recently, I read this story map about the 10 most damaging hurricanes in the United States. Let's open the legend. The solid red lines are the strongest, and the wind speed is in knots. Let's look for some big ones. Like this one, Camille, August of 1969. Some of you may remember that one. Here's Alan, August of 1980. This was a long one. Here's Andrew, August of 1992. It looks like August is a bad month. But I'm looking for this one, not named, September of 1926. This one is called the Great Miami Hurricane. Hundreds of lives lost across the Bahamas to Florida and all the way to Alabama. Okay, this is the Western Atlantic, so let's go to the Western Pacific. Past Hawaii, over to the Philippines. Let's zoom into the Philippines and see Manila. It's a big city. What's the big red one hitting Manila? Angela, November of 1995. Last, I want to show something I discovered when I zoomed out. There are two bands and a big gap. So let's add one last layer. Here's 0 degrees, the equator, and here's 15 and 20 degrees north, and here's 15 and 20 degrees south. It looks like there's a pattern there. What I like best working with MapMaker was just seeing all the historical data. So that's a little of what each of us learned working with National Geographic MapMaker. Thank you.